Where's my battery at right now? It's at 28%. I should set a timer. What time is it? 8:13. Okay. What up, guys? I'm just kind of doing a little test. I got my power banks, but I want to make sure they're going to actually charge the battery on the phone while I'm live. So I'm just figured I'd throw on a live at the house and check it to make sure that it will charge the phone while I'm live tomorrow. Hey, what up, Leafy? So I'm planning on doing a marathon tomorrow. I'm going to drive down to the bay. I haven't quite figured out exactly where I'm going to fish yet tomorrow, but I'm going to fish the bay tomorrow, and I got 2 power banks that I wanted to charge and make sure that both power banks are A, charged up, but B, that they'll actually charge the phone while I'm live, because the other ones I have don't. Like, they just suck power out of the power bank to run the phone, but it still drops the power on the phone. So I figured I'd just jump on for a little bit and hang out, crack a beer, and sit back and let the live burn for a few minutes to see what the actual power bank that I have now does to the battery, if it actually charges it or just lets it do its, lets the phone just like stay alive longer while I'm doing the lives. Catfish, I don't have any of that set up on my Nightbot. The only ones I have set up are weather and tuna is the code word if you want to drop your link. Other than that, none of that other stuff is all set up. I got like a couple little links that Nightbot should drop automatically, but that's it. I kind of got Nightbot working a little bit, but I haven't gone in and done all the other, like the full stuff yet, so we'll see what happens with it. I may just leave it as is, I don't know. But so far it looks like, well, it hasn't used any battery. I want to see if it's actually going to charge the battery rather than using the battery, because there's no point in bringing these things with me tomorrow if they're not going to do what I need them to do, So, I mean, this is a big ass external battery pack. It's actually a jump starter, like an emergency jump starter for the car, but it's got the USB plug on it, so I want to make sure that while I'm actually streaming tomorrow, it will keep the phone charging. Yeah, I'm hoping it stabilizes the battery, but we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of why I did this live tonight. I usually don't do a live just sitting at the house. I'm usually out fishing or whatever, but figured why not, I could use the watch hours too, so I figure if might as well sit here and chill at the house and get the live stream going just to see what it does to the battery. So but we'll see. I got 2 of those plus my regular power banks, so I have 4 power banks. It's just a matter of will they actually work. Like the 2 that I have that I usually use on the boat, if I put my phone on the power bank on the boat when it's at like 25%, basically all that does is it still drains my battery on the phone, but it takes a little bit longer. So I'm trying to see if this one will actually charge that battery while I'm on. But who knows? I don't know. I mean, I've only been on 5 minutes, and oh, it looks like it's went up. So I started at 28%, and it went up. So we'll see. If it keeps going up, then it's successful and it'll work. So I only have 1 bar of battery on the power bank right now, but that's, still 1 bar of battery on the power bank is enough to start my truck like twice. So, because I learned the hard way that if I leave my dash cam plugged in the truck, it drains my battery. So I got to keep a freaking jumper in the truck because I always forget about the damn dash cam when I jump out of the truck somewhere. Because I'll come home and I'll park and I'll be here for, truck won't move for up until last Monday. I didn't drive the truck unless I was towing the boat. So, I'd come home from fishing and, oh yeah, for like my heated gloves and all that for my hunting gear. I burn through batteries on those. But I'll come home and park the truck after fishing and not drive it until the next time I take the boat out. And that's sometimes, 7, 8 days between each other. And I'll leave the damn dash cam plugged in, forgetting about it. And it eats the battery on the boat. Or on the truck. Something else ate the boat battery. I'm not sure what it is. But I unhooked everything except for the main negative and positive on that battery on the boat the other day. I gotta go through and figure out what's wrong with all the wiring because, the dude I bought the boat from wired up a bunch of shit and didn't know what he was doing. So something in there is all crossed up. The truck I pull a boat with is just my F-150. It's what, an 04 F-150. Bought that truck for freaking $1,600 in like 2016. It's been a freaking great truck so far. So, but deer season's coming up, so we're gonna be doing some lives out from the deer woods as well. So I ordered I took a page out of Rod's book and I ordered the USB charger that fits on the drill batteries, so I can I'll be able to stream for quite a while out in the deer woods as well with the Makita batteries that I got. So between those and all my battery banks and all that, I'll be able to stream for like 2 days at a time if things work out. Yeah, it's funny, Catfishy, is it's freaking sad. Hold on, let me show you here. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. Let me show you this. So I actually have the battery disconnect sitting here for the boat, and I have not used it yet. It's just a blade switch, but that's all it takes. That's all I need. It's been sitting here for 2 months, and I have not freaking hooked it up yet. So that'll be a project for probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, all it is hooking it up, but yeah, I should have had that hooked up already. So, hey, crappy man. I think it was 4-2. I think it was, I'd have to look at my order. I thought it was 3 or 4 spinners and 2 chatters and the toads. I'd have to look. Hey, Shade, what's up? Yeah, I thought it was 3 or 4 of the spinners. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'd have to, I'd have to go look at the thing and see. But either way, whatever it is, it is. I'm not worried about it. I know that, I know that if I order something from Crappy Man Jigs, no matter what it is, it's going to be badass. So I know I ordered one of the toads. I think they were I think I ordered the pickle milk. I think, or the monkey milk or whatever it is. One of them. But I can't wait to throw those in the home lake. I think those are going to crush in the home lake too. Yeah, pickle milk. Yeah. Yeah, I think those will crush it in the home lake. Because I don't think they've ever seen anything like that in that lake. So hopefully, hopefully that'll be the short that you put out on the Crappy Man Jigs website talking about, getting a PB on one of your jigs or a record. I'm going for that lake record. So I'm really hoping that lake record comes off of that booty toad or the chatterbait or one of the spinners. And I'll tell you what, if I get that lake record, it's going to be a state record and possibly a world record, because the lake record right now stands at 19.4 pounds. The state record's 21 and the world record's like 22 and just over 22. So if I get that 23-pound bass out of that lake, man, I'll be freaking, my video that I'm putting out on that's going to name every last thing I freaking had with me that day down in my underwear. Hell, I'll even talk about the bed that I slept on the night before, just because, why not? I'll rep everybody. Had to drive my Ford truck to the lake to get in my, my Stratos boat with my Johnson motor, with my whatever rod I'm using that day on whatever line I'm using that day, and I caught this hog on a Crappy Man spinnerbait while I was wearing my freaking Hanes underwear. Yeah, I'm repping everything if I get that lake record. Hey, what's up, Mustard? We're just kind of chilling, I figured I'd do a live stream from the house just to make sure that my battery banks are going to work for tomorrow. Because I'm going to do a marathon tomorrow, so. Yeah, the jigs are one of my favorite things to throw now. The black blue jig, like the black blue football jig, and the donkey rig are like my two, I guess you call them, I don't know, what's the word for it? My two confidence bait. Because, the black blue jigs, I usually catch some pretty good sized bass. And the donkey rig that I throw is a really great searching bait. So it seems like if there's any fish around, they're going to come either at least check out that donkey rig and show you where they're at. Because those donkey rigs, man, those bass love to chase them. And, when they bite them, they actually hammer them. So, but yeah, Crappy Man, if you want to drop your link or whatever, just type tuna and it'll drop the link if people aren't subbed up to you. If you guys go subscribe to Crappy Man. Even if you don't fish, man, like just watching the shit he does, it's really cool to see how some of these things are made. Like his remote videos that he's putting out, those things are sick. Oh man, so Mustard, it's really easy. What you do is first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to crappymanjigs.com and order some jigs, and then go to like your local sporting goods store or Walmart or whatever, buy yourself a rod and reel combo, get some line, tie a Crappy Man jig to the end of it, and throw it in the water, and you'll catch fish. Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't know you did buzz baits. Well, shit, that'll be on my next order. Actually, I knew you did buzz baits. I just thought about it. I didn't think about it because I don't throw them that often. Hey, Rod, what's up? Your Starlink must have died, I take it. Last we saw was Rod bent over cleaning a fish, and it just kept looping and looping and looping until it went black. Oh, okay. So I just decided to do a live tonight from the house just to kind of test. This is one of the battery banks I'll be using tomorrow. This thing is freaking massive. It's actually a jump starter for this is normally the one I keep on the boat that was dead Monday that was in the truck. So I figured I got 2 of these plus my other battery banks. I'll bring these with me tomorrow. And I wanted to check and make sure that it was actually going to charge the phone while it was live, rather than just lagging the battery time down when it was going to die. Because my other battery banks that I have, my smaller ones, when I plug my phone in, it just basically adds some time to the battery life as the battery life is still dying. Like if I plug it in at 25%, it still drains the battery down to where, it almost dies, even plugged into the power bank. So I'm hoping with 2 of these big old things, plus my other power banks, I should be able to do a marathon tomorrow. So I looked it up. The bait shop opens at 6. So I'm planning on getting to the bait shop early and then getting out as quick as possible. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure where I'm going to fish. I got 2 options of, I want to fish off one of the piers in the bay tomorrow. And I'm not sure which one I want to fish. I can fish one that's like right in the middle, like the heart of downtown San Diego. That overlooks like Coronado and the Coronado Bridge and all that. Or there's another one I can fish more up at the north end of the bay that's closer to the bay mouth, but I'm not sure which one I want to hit yet. And I'm also toying with the idea of maybe fishing off the cliffs and just fishing straight ocean. Yeah, those lifts. So let me see, my chat froze again, guys. Yeah, Rod's battery messing up screwed up everybody's entertainment. Hey, man, you had issues with technical stuff. I'll trade you those issues for the issues I had Monday. An 8-ounce hook? Are you talking about a hook or a jig? If you got a hook that weighs 8 ounces, that thing's going to be a goddamn boat anchor. I'm thinking you're talking about a jig. An 8-ounce jig is freaking huge. Just a hook? Dude, that's an 8-ounce hook, bro. You're going for like Jaws with that thing. That's going to be a monster of a hook. What you do is you tie that to a rope and use it for a boat anchor. Yeah, it might be. How old are those batteries, Rod? Because I have issues with a couple of my DeWalt battery, or my Milwaukee, Jesus Christ, Makita batteries. Um, I have a couple of my Makita batteries that are older that they'll charge up a little bit, and then the charger will start blinking that red and green flash like something's wrong with the battery. So, could be. Oh, really? Okay. They're showing the full charge, but they don't want to reboot the Starlink. That's kind of a trip. And how old are they? Oh, dude, that'd be perfect for the Starlink. Heck yeah, Crappy Man. The portable inverter. That'd be perfect for a Starlink. Is it self-contained though, or do you gotta like plug it in? So one's brand new. Yeah, I would go try to freaking return them. Oh, dude, don't worry about the spelling errors over here, man. I can't spell the word spell. But then again, like autocorrect has been causing divorces since it came out. You type out a text to the wife saying, "Hey, thank you," and it comes out, "Yeah, fuck you." Super Strike, never heard of them. Never heard of the Super Strike. There's like one cell in the battery pack goes bad. Yeah, I've actually started with my Makita batteries. I've started buying the knockoffs because they last just as long, and they actually a couple of them I have last longer than the actual Makita ones, and they're like half the price. So I started buying those when I was still using the Makita on a daily basis. But hey, Josie, we're just hanging out, testing the. Basically, what I'm doing right now is um, testing the battery charger that I'm going to be using for tomorrow for the. I'm going to try to do a marathon tomorrow. I'm going to go hit the salt water. I'm taking my little pier net with me, and hopefully I'll be able to get some live baits with that. Um, Weird thing, cast nets are illegal, pier nets aren't. But I'm going to try to get some live baits tomorrow off the pier and do some live bait fishing in the bay. Um, so I'm planning on being out there for quite a while. I'm going to do a rod style stream. So I'm checking the power bank to make sure it will actually charge the battery while I'm doing a live, because the other ones I have basically just kind of sustain the battery and keep the battery from dying as fast. They don't actually charge it. But it looks like this one's charging it, so we'll see. Yeah, so yeah, it's just if they're brand new, just swap them out. Subiki rigs. That's what I'll be hopefully getting a bait with tomorrow. So I'm glad I checked it because the Subiki rig, yeah, I don't know why that does that with the phones getting slow when it gets hot. You'd think they'd like, I don't know, man. My phone overheated the other day in the truck, but it was 100 and holy shit outside. But no, the Subiki rig's here. So you go to the bait and tackle shop and you buy a Subiki rig and it comes with 8 hooks on it. Come to find out, that's a felony in California. 3 hooks maximum on a Subiki rig. So I don't know if I'm going to go buy another Subiki rig because I lost both of the ones I had at the bay the other day. I might just tie up a bunch of little, tie up like a dropper loop with 3 little mosquito hooks on it that I'll just tip with squid and do it like a 3-hook drop shot setup off the pier. So I still haven't decided though. I'm like torn, and it's going to be a game time decision in the morning. I'm either going to go down to a place called Sunset Cliffs, which is basically a little bit north of the San Diego Bay, where it's just straight open ocean off of the end of the cliffs. And there's a couple spots on the cliffs where there's little peninsulas that stick out that I could fish from that are, 6-7 feet off top of the water. But that'll be fishing basically, open ocean, not, casting distance into the ocean. Or I can go fish a couple of piers, which are in the bay. So yeah, I think I'm due for a phone upgrade here myself. My wife keeps telling me to go to an iPhone, but I've always been an Android guy, so I don't want to have to try to learn a new technology. Hey, Terry. Terry's a former San Diego boy. He knows all the spots I'm talking about. Terry knows my home lake. He's fished my home lake. Yeah, exactly. 3 Palomar knots and let it roll. No, Oceanside Pier Catfish is from my house to Oceanside Pier is like a 3-hour drive. And it's not really worth it. Hey, Grumpy. So, Terry, that's kind of what I was thinking too, is that parking lot number 3 at the cliffs with that big long point right there. But I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn between that, Shelter Island Pier, and Embarcadero. Crystal Pier's back open. It was closed down for, I don't know, almost 2 years because all the damage from the storms. But they just opened that back up a few weeks ago, so I think it'd be a zoo. So I'm kind of ruling out Crystal just because, that's the longest pier we have now except Oceanside. But it's going to be a zoo. Yeah, see, that's the thing though, guys. It's like those iPhones. I don't want to have to pay the freaking $2,000 for a phone that I'm going to end up breaking, Yeah, that's nuts going out to the kelp, dude, in the float tube. I know what swims around those kelp beds. Shit, I guess, I used to surf right there at Garbage all the time, and I know what swims off off of garbage. So same difference, I guess. Yeah, the dogfish, the stingrays, man. The stingrays, like, I'm so sick of catching stingrays out of the bay. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yeah, I know the Embarcadero's not that good. I know Shelter's not that good either, but I'm kind of thinking about the the backdrop on the live too, you know. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking, was down by Bali High. Um, down by Bali High, right there in that little corner that goes back into the little basically back into the landings and all that down there. Or possibly up by the police station at the other end, at the tip. But well, I don't know. It'll be a game time decision where I go, and I might just say fuck it and go hit different spots tomorrow, depending on what's happening. But I'm pretty sure I want to fish the San Diego Bay and not Mission Bay if I do hit the bays, because Mission's been dead lately. Yeah, my wife's got that new iPhone, and the camera on that's freaking sick. So freaking sick. It takes better pictures than like the picture's clearer than it is on the naked eye. Yeah, the other end where it goes in back into the marina there with um oh, what's that ritzy ass marina right there next to Humphreys. But yeah, where you paddle back in for the concerts at Humphreys, back in that little marina. Thinking about that end right there, maybe. See, that's what the wife has too, Rod's the iPhone 16 Pro. She loves it, but she's always been an iPhone person. So, yeah, the Stingrays suck, man. Yeah, there's the San Diego Yacht Club there. And then what's the other one right next to it? The Kona Kai. The Kona Kai Marina. I used to have a buddy that ran a six pack out of the Kona Kai. So, hey Terry, what do you know about? So if you're at the end there, you know where the police station, the little police hub is, or the harbor police or whatever, at the very end of Shelter Island. Um, if you're standing there looking out towards the Bay Channel, like out to the mouth of the bay, off to the right, there's that little neighborhood over off of Rosecrans. You know if there's any little spots over there? Right on, Rod. Have a good drive home. You guys, if you haven't checked out Rod's channel, go check him out. He's got a pretty killer channel. And the dude fishes in a damn postcard. Everywhere he fishes is a freaking postcard photo. See, I tried to stream through the GoPro, and my GoPro will only stay linked up for like 30 minutes, and then it cuts the stream off. Yeah, the sub base up on the I guess it'd be what, like a little bit northwest of the bait barge there. I know you can't get down to like the baseball fields and all that below the cemetery because that's all military. But and then right when you get to the point by the cemetery, it's all marine preserve. So you fish that, you go to jail. But I gotta figure out. See, I want to figure out how to get the GoPro to stay linked up because I want to be able to do some lives on the motorcycle through the GoPro. Because the way I have the GoPro set up on the motorcycle, it's right on the freaking chin bar of my helmet, so it looks like, you know, basically it's like my point of view that you're seeing from the GoPro footage. So I think that would be really cool for some lives if I can get it. Yeah, I don't know how the streaming works on the GoPro. Like, I just know that it's a pain in the ass for me to get it to link to the phone and actually do a live. But then I don't know about the vertical and all that on it. I just know that it mine will only stay connected for like 30, 40 minutes. And you have the Hero 8. Okay, I have the 9. And I don't know why it doesn't sync up and stay synced up. So yeah, the chest mounts, I don't like the chest mounts. They're just not comfortable. And it seems like everything I've got on the chest mount, like if you guys look at that stupid little piece of shit short that I dropped the other day, that was the first video I ever put on YouTube. And I basically screen recorded it and put it back up just to like a then and now kind of a thing. But the video quality was good, but I guess the view from the video on the chest mount, I don't like it that well. They got the ones that like the head mount and the hat mounts, but those after a while too, like it's super tight and super, you end up getting a headache. Yeah, see the read and chat is a problem with the GoPro. Yeah, I don't see, I have the stationary mounts for my GoPro. I have one on the bow and one on the motor of the boat, but I haven't actually, come to think of it, I have not actually even taken the GoPro on the boat yet, which I should do. I need to do. Yeah, I do the same thing. I have like the dashboard mount thing for my phone on the boat, Krabby Man, and it's just like suction cupped onto the windshield at the helm. So it's a pain in the ass to actually fish and keep up with chat and all that. What I've started doing is I bought a tripod, and I've started so up to the bow there's like 2 steps that I got to go up to get onto the bow from the helm. And what I do now is I just put the phone in the tripod and put the one leg up on the step so that basically I can flip it and use the selfie camera and see chat. But it's still hard to see chat when you're actively bass fishing on a boat. Oh, that's perfect. The painter's pole, so you can adjust. Yeah, see, I'd love to get some underwater shots of the with the GoPro. I need to get that. I need to find my case. I have the waterproof case. I mean, they say the GoPro is waterproof, but I don't want to test it because it's got the open mic and all that in the GoPro. So, I did not see those, Terry. I'm gonna have to check those out. The bluefin are here. The numbers are starting to go down on the bluefin. I want to say it was what boat was it? One of the boats went out the other day. I think I checked the report yesterday. They did a day and a half trip and had like a handful of bluefin. Turned into a whale watching trip is what it was. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to have to try that because I got the selfie stick and all that crap for the GoPro. I'd love to throw that GoPro down in the water at the home lake and see what's going on down there. But right now, that lake is so you can't see 2 inches into that water right now. So I think all you'd see is just a big green blob. Oh, underwater with the. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about that GoPro, man, is the battery life on those things seems to really suck. Because I bought the GoPro mostly for desert stuff, to strap on the helmet. And it seems like the batteries last like 45 minutes and then they're done. Yeah, Terry, if you want to drop your link, just type in tuna and it'll drop your link. Nightbot will drop your link for you. I got it set up so that I think the only commands that you can type in is tuna and then weather. So there you go. Now you guys can check out Terry's link. Oh, that sucks. Losing a big old 7-pounder trying to change a battery, I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. Because 7 pounds is a big fish no matter where you're at. I mean, out here, some of the guys, you got like San Vicente or El Cap out here. And you tell somebody you got a 7, and they're like, oh, okay, nice, rookie. But, not every place in the country's got 7-pound bass either. Some places, like the state record's 11 pounds. And out here, most of our lakes, like every time you go out, there's a chance of catching, 13 to 15-pound bass. And actually, that's why I went to San Vicente last Monday, is looking for that big old bass. And instead, I got a big old mess, which I still haven't even freaking gone out and looked at the boat yet. I've never actually fished a Ned rig. Never once have I thrown a Ned rig in the water. I figure if I'm going to throw something that's going to be on the bottom and like bouncing along the bottom, I might as well just throw a jig. I have so much confidence in the black blue jig out here that and the donkey rig is like my go-to every time I go out. I'm actually I've started this little thing where the night before I go, I'll tie something on all the rods that I'm taking that'll force me to fish something different when I go. And every time I still tie on a jig, but like the donkey rig, I haven't been fishing a lot lately. But I've been throwing a lot of spinners and swim baits lately as well. So I need to switch things up because it's been brutal here. August here has absolutely sucked for the fish. All the offshore, all the tuna and yellowtail and all that have been going freaking crazy. But the freshwater, it's been so hot. And all of our lakes are so low that it's just kind of killed the fishing. I got skunked at my home lake the first time in, I don't know, probably 2 years there the other day. And even the catfishing here has been really slow. I went up to Lake Cuyamaca here, which is like our highest elevation lake in San Diego. And it's known as a trout lake because it's, high elevation and usually stays pretty cold water. Plus, they stock it with trout, 9 months out of the year. But even I went up there and all I got was little tiny, like 3 and 4 inch catfish. So it's been a rough few months for the bass fishing. Late July and August have just been brutal. But we got fall coming up pretty quick, so I'm going to be throwing some. I'm definitely going to be throwing some custom-made Crappy Man spinners at the bass, and I'm going to be throwing some big 6 to 9 inch Huddlestons as well. They should start stocking the home lake again with trout right about November-ish, and right when it starts getting cool on it, and they won't tell you when they're going to stock, but right before I think they're going to start stocking, I'm going to go up there with the big trout swim baits and just slow roll them all through that lake. And then when they first stocked it this year with trout, I saw where they were stocking from, which tells me that it made sense where they stocked it from, because that's where you can get the truck into to actually get to the water. So I'm going to go start sitting in that area and throwing big swim baits right there. So I think that's how I'm going to end up getting that lake record, is on a big swim bait. It'll be one of those days where you're throwing bait, casting all day long for one bite. But that one bite's going to be a freaking monster of a fish. And that's kind of what I want. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We ain't there at that point yet, so we'll wait till the time comes, and then hopefully hit that big bass on that big swim bait. But I'm really thinking that those Crappy Man spinners and the chatterbaits that I ordered, I think those are going to do really well in a couple of the lakes out here. Those color patterns are freaking badass. And I guarantee that the bass in those lakes have not seen that color pattern yet in a spinnerbait. So that'll be something new for them. I mean, hell, I went out and threw a saltwater squid in one of our lakes here and came up with a freaking 4.5 pound bass. So that was when I just started getting back into bass fishing again, because I didn't fish for quite a while. And then I really started hitting it hard right around New Year's of this year. Right after deer season, I started hitting the lakes pretty good. So, and now deer season's coming back up. I'm counting the days. I got 14 days until deer season, or 13 days now until deer season opens again. And I was looking at the weather forecast for opening day, and it's going to be 90 degrees in the deer woods. So I might actually sit out the first few days of deer season this year. That, and I don't want that big clusterfuck of a opening day rush, because everybody and their brother is going to be out there opening day. So, and it usually calms down about the first weekend. Everybody will go out that weekend because opening day is on a Saturday. Everyone will go out that weekend, and then some guys will take Monday and Tuesday off and go out 4 days straight, and other guys will, go out just on the weekends. But I'm going to plan on hunting this year weekdays and probably not weekends. Spend the weekend at the lake and the weekday on the in the deer woods. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I actually haven't even gone out and scouted really this year. I got a couple trail cameras out, and I haven't even gone to check them. So, guys, hold on one second here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to go in and grab a drink. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. So the bait shop opens tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So my plan is to be at the bait shop when they open. I'm going to grab some, I'll probably just grab like a little pack of frozen squid and some frozen anchovy. And most likely I'll hit a pier and fish the pier. If I can get some live bait off of the pier, then I'll fish live bait. If not, I'll just fish squid and hopefully catch like a nice mackerel or a croaker or something that I can chunk up for chunk bait. But my plan tomorrow is I want a leopard shark and I want a halibut. And the three places that I've got in mind for tomorrow, leopard sharks and halibut are a definitely good possibility. So we'll hopefully get a nice legal halibut and a nice big leopard shark, because that would be, I think the leopard shark would be a pretty cool catch on a live stream. But let me check my battery, see where it's at here. All right, so I started this live with 28% battery, and it's up at 38%. So that tells me that this thing's going to actually charge my phone while I'm streaming. So that's going to be a benefit. So I'll have 4 different power banks basically tomorrow, and plus, I'll have my phone at 100% when I start the stream. So that'll give me a good long time to stream. And then I think if I go to the piers, I think there's actually an electrical outlet on the pier, and I could actually recharge my power bank if they start going low. So that could be a possibility. I could also charge them up from the truck as well, but I'd have to just go sit and let the truck run for a while with the power banks plugged in. But hopefully tomorrow we can get some good fish, because I really need to get some good big fish on the live. Good saltwater fish. A lot of people do live YouTube are 99% freshwater fishing. So I kind of want to give everybody a little change of pace and see some saltwater fish. So tomorrow might be a day of multiple spots as well. I'm kind of half tempted to start off on the cliffs and then head to the piers, lunchtime, head up to the pier, and then, sunset, head to the next one. But it's all going to be determined on the surf. If there's big surf, I haven't even checked the surf report, but if the surf is big, it's not going to be worth going to the cliffs, because you got a chance of getting swiped yourself off the cliffs, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, it's not a bad swim back in, but I don't want to have to swim back in and then climb back up the cliffs to get to my gear. But it's on the spot I want to go is on the inside edge of all the kelp beds out there. And the kelp beds, it's just a big ass kelp forest that holds a shitload of different kinds of fish. So there's a chance of catching everything from little like perch all the way up to decent sharks off of the cliffs. There's been people catch yellowtail off the cliffs before. And if I catch a yellowtail off the cliffs, I'll definitely keep that, because the wife would be very happy if I brought her home a nice big old fat yellowtail to eat. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be one of those days where if one spot doesn't pan out, I already know that I'm going to move spots if I have to. So hopefully I can sit in one spot all day and just keep getting fish, you know. My goal for tomorrow is at least a dozen fish. And I want to hit at least 5 different species tomorrow. And the saltwater, it's very possible to hit, you know, 5, 6, 7, even 10 different species in a day. So that might be a fun day tomorrow. The weather should be good. I know it's supposed to be, it's been really foggy down there in the mornings, which the fish don't care about fog, but it's been really foggy in the mornings. So traffic might suck on the way out there, but I'm going to try to get down there before a rush hour. So hopefully we can get down there and get set up and be up and running pretty early. That way, we got a lot of fishing to do tomorrow. Because I'm thinking, depending on how my battery power goes on the phones, I wanna be out there until I either A, don't have any power left, or B, I can't see. And if I go to a couple of the piers, then they have freaking street lights on them. So visibility is perfect all night. So it's just a matter of how crowded the piers are. I'm hoping the piers aren't very crowded for a Monday. And then if I go to the cliffs, which I'm kind of really thinking I should, I'm really thinking I should go to the cliffs early in the morning and see what I can get basically out of the ocean. And then I'll move down to the bays. So that could be a good day. That could be well worth the price of admission right there. Because there's a possibility down off the cliffs of heck, I can get a big old leopard shark right there. I've seen guys catch blue sharks off the cliff, which I don't want to do because I don't know how the hell I'd get them up to unhook him and release him. I'd probably just end up having to cut and let him go. But I have my pier net that I'm going to bring, so that should hopefully, help me get stuff up over the cliff if I go down there. And there's a spot down at the cliffs where, like I said, there's that point that sticks out where it's only like 6, 7 feet high, depending on the tide. So tomorrow's going to be fun with the fish in the cliffs. I really want to go down there and fish that. So, but I see we got a few new people in. Welcome in, guys. We're just kind of chilling, hanging out, testing the battery bank on the phone to make sure it was going to charge, and that it's going to let us do our thing all day tomorrow. So, and then tomorrow we're going to do a live stream marathon tomorrow, you guys. I'm bringing the tripod. I'm bringing 4 power banks. I'm bringing the cooler full of bait, and hell, I'll probably even bring a couple of sandwiches so that I can stay out there longer. Mrs. SoCal works all day tomorrow, so I mean, I could do stuff around the house, but I need to fish. I really need to get out and fish. I need some good saltwater fishing is what I need. So I thought about just going up here to the lake and bank fishing the lake, but it's been so unproductive that it's not really worth it. And it's, other than gas, it's more expensive to go fish the lake than it is to go fish the saltwater. The lakes, I got to pay $5 for parking. I got to pay $11 for a fishing permit at the lake, even though you buy your fishing license every year. And then, bait and all that. It ends up being, $25, $30 just to go fish the lake. I can go buy a freaking $10 pack of squid at the bait shop, and I don't have to pay anything to fish off the pier or off of the cliffs. And off the piers and off the cliffs, I can catch live bait. It's really hard to catch live bait in our lakes here. You're not allowed to use any kind of net. And, it's like dropping a Subiki rig or something down into a bait ball is not really effective here either. So what I'm really hoping for is I can catch a nice, like 6-7 inch mackerel on my bait rod, because I'm going to take my 2 big saltwater rods with me and a bait rod. And if I can get a nice little 6 inch or so mackerel on the bait rod, I am throwing that sumbitch out as live bait. And there's no telling what can hit that thing. I get anything from a halibut to a freaking goddamn shark. So I think it'd be fun as hell to fight a big old shark from the shore. That would just be a fun day to sit back and catch a shark. I guarantee that'd form a crowd, which, is fine by me. But, depending on the shark you catch, you make the news out here if you catch them off the shore. I mean, I'm not going to catch a great white. I mean, there's always a possibility. They're all over out here, but, I don't want one. But that would definitely put you on the news if you caught one from the shore. Which I don't really want to be on the news. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Should be a fun day. So anyway, guys, we're an hour in here, and this has proven to me that my battery is up 10% from what it started. So that tells me this power bank is going to work. So I think I'm going to give this a couple more minutes and go ahead and call it. There's only 4 of you watching. Chat kind of died out. Nobody's chatting. So this is I'll consider this a successful test of the power distribution system. And tomorrow I know it's going to work. So tomorrow we're going to be doing one heck of a live stream tomorrow. So we're possibility of fishing 3 different spots, 2 on the bay, 1 on the ocean front, and depending on what's happening and how everything's playing out tomorrow is going to depend on when and where I move my spots. I may end up starting out on the cliffs in the early morning, because it's easier to get from the cliffs to the bay than it is the bay to the cliffs later in the day. So there's a couple roads I could take from the cliffs that could just basically go right up over into the bay. And there's not that much traffic heading towards the bay from the cliffs. But going from the bay to the cliffs, there's more traffic going the opposite direction. So I'll probably start at the cliffs in the morning. I'm thinking about starting at the point. There's a big point down there that sticks off the cliffs. Probably end up starting there in the morning, fishing that for quite a good little amount of time. And then depending on how that's going, I'll move over to one of the piers over at the bay. And then once I get to the bay and finish, figure out, how it's going to be over there, I'll either stay at that pier for a while or I'll move to the next pier. Now, one of the piers I know, they shut it down at like 10:30 at night. So that'll probably be my afternoon spot if I decide to go there. Then the other pier, I know it's 24 hours. So the parking lot's open 24 hours. They have designated parking for the pier. They try to close the parking lots down at 10 or 10:30, but they have a select handful of 24-hour spots just for the fishermen. So if I can get one of those spots, I'll probably end up just staying there as long as possible. But at the spot that I think I'm going to start off in the morning, and the more I think about it, the more I'm going to start off at the cliffs in the morning. I'll start off at the cliffs. That's going to be a badass view because we're going to be sitting on a little point off the Sunset Cliffs, fishing the ocean, basically. And it's kind of a hell of a walk down. And it's not one that you want to carry a bunch of shit with you getting down and, going down and coming back up. But it's a spot that I have a chance of catching a whole bunch of different species of fish. Everything from, stingrays to halibut and corvina, possibility for yellowtail. There's a possibility for sharks, sand bass, calico bass, slim to no chance of like white sea bass. But there's all kinds of shit down there off the cliffs that I can catch. So I think I'll be starting off at the cliffs in the morning. And then as it gets later in the day, I might move over to the pier and fish the bay, depending on how the fishing's going in the cliffs. Now, I know once it gets dark, I'm going to want to be on the pier because they got light. And the only lights that I have that I could bring with me are freaking monstrosity solar lights. They're freaking street lights. And I mean, I could hook those up to the I could hook those up on the cliffs, but it's a lot to carry. And if I go where they have, already established freaking natural lighting, it'll make a lot of the pack in and pack out part of the day easier. So, plus there's a bait shop on the pier. If I run out of friggin' hooks or swivels or bait or whatever, there's a bait shop on the pier, so I'll be able to get bait right there. So, I don't know. There's 5 of you all in here. Hope that you guys will hit that like and that subscribe button. And I know when I say that, 3 of you are going to leave. Seems like for some reason, I've noticed that when people, a lot of streams where people say, hey, hit that like and subscribe. Like right when they say that, like people jump out. So, but everybody that's doing live streams always trying to build their channel. Everybody's got goals in mind for their channel. My goal for my channel is just to bring you guys some really cool content from places in San Diego that you don't normally see. Like I said, once the temperature in the desert calms down, I'll be doing a lot of stuff in the Jeep, a lot of stuff on the dirt bike. Deer season starts in 13 days, so we'll be doing some stuff out in the deer woods out here. And then, we're going to be fishing all year long. A lot of these places, they're going to be iced over, and we'll still be out here cruising the boat on the lakes while everybody else is ice fishing. So kind of trying to be a little bit multifaceted here with the don't want to just be a fishing stream, don't want to just be a hunting channel. I'm not going to just be a dirt bike channel. I kind of want to incorporate it all, the whole outdoors part of San Diego. So I figure the more different types of content I can bring you all, the better. I also kind of want to start doing some little, I'm not going to call them travel videos, but more of like, I don't know, like just kind of checking out stuff around that people that come out here on vacation don't see, kind of like the unknown, locals only kind of places that people don't really see. Because you gotta look at all these travel channels and all this stuff, and they're showing you like the main tourist traps. They'll go to like, I don't know, say freaking Philadelphia, and these channels are showing you like, oh, this is downtown Philadelphia. Well, I don't want to see downtown. I want to see where like all the cool stuff is that the tourists don't know about and the tourists don't go to. So I'll be doing some videos on that kind of stuff around San Diego too. I don't know if I'm going to do long forms or lives or whatever with that kind of stuff, but we got some cool stuff coming up. I got some pretty cool stuff planned for the channel. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to give this about one more cigarette, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it. I got to go finish getting everything ready for tomorrow. I gotta get the battery banks back on the chargers and kind of map out my day. I'm really thinking, the more I think about it, I really think I'm going to start off in the morning down at the cliffs and see what we can get casting into the ocean from the shore. The little peninsula that I'm thinking about sticks out like 60, 70 yards. So I'm gonna try to hit that in the morning. And then depending on how the fishing is, you know, it might be epic right there. And it might be complete shit. So I'm gonna start out there, and then I'll decide where I want to go from point to point and what time and all that. But I think what I'm going to do is once I get set up tomorrow, I think I'm just going to keep the stream running live the whole time, even when we're traveling between spots, you know, because that way too, like traveling between the spots will kind of give everybody an idea of like where we're going, and you get to see the shit along the way on the drive, you know. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think I'm going to start out at the cliffs tomorrow and then decide whether I want to go to the piers or not. So we'll see.
Are you feeling that way?
Yeah, you're good. I thought you were in bed already.
I was, but I seen Chris told me get 2.5 hours of sleep on Mondays.
All right. I know the feeling. I got to, I'm actually considering leaving when you leave.
What, not sleeping?
Well, what time is it?
Uh,
Oh, it's 10, 9:30.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to leave when you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So I'm leaving at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a little cruel to the body.
Yeah. So my plan tomorrow so far, probably start off at the cliffs and then go to either shelter or the Embarcadero from the cliffs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take, I'm gonna charge up the jumper because I can power the phone off the jumper and the other power banks.
Okay.
So I'll probably just do a freaking marathon live all day tomorrow down there, which means you'll probably be home before I will. But I'm assuming you're probably just gonna go home and crash.
More than likely.
Yeah. So I'll I don't know. It's gonna be a game time decision. I know I want to be there before traffic.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to deal with traffic going into downtown on a Monday morning. That's gonna absolutely suck ass. And I don't want to deal with traffic coming out of downtown on a Monday afternoon. So, depending on how the fishing goes, I'll either be there until after dark or I'll be coming home before rush hour.
Okay.
If it's shit, I mean, there's no reason to stay out there,
Yeah.
you know, because I think I want to go fish the cliffs and see what I can get out of the inside edge of the kelp.
Okay.
I might bring you home some yellowtail for dinner from Lucky. Or I might bring you home nothing.
Do you actually have a cooler to put it in?
I have the bait cooler. I have the bait coolers. And worst case scenario, I can just fillet them up. I got my knives. I can just fillet them up right there and throw the fillets in the cooler.
Alright. There's no guarantees I'll be awake when you get home.
Oh, I guarantee you probably won't. Unless the fishing is shitty and I get home before you.
Yeah, because I have to be up in 3 hours.
Yeah. I figured you'd be asleep.
I tried.
All right. Well, I know it's melatonin.
No, we don't have any.
Will it work?
I don't know.
You should try it. We should get you some.
I'm already on such a mix of different medications.
Yeah. I think the melatonin might work though.
I don't know. Have to try it.
Well, next time we go to the store, we'll have to check and see if they have any.
They usually do. It's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
All right.
Have fun.
I will. I'll try to be very, very, very quiet when I come in so I don't wake you up. And don't worry about waking me up when you get up, because you know me. All right. I feel so bad for her. She's got to be at work at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's what? Almost 10, and she hasn't slept yet. All right. So I think we got a good plan for tomorrow. The batteries are going to charge. We know that everything's going to be good. I had to cover my patio table because all of a sudden this water started falling out of the sky out here, and I don't know what the hell that was all about, but we don't have water fall out of the sky here on a normal basis, so I wasn't prepared for that. Which the boat's all soaking wet inside now because I didn't have the boat covered up. I still haven't cleaned out all the crap from the boat from Monday when everything went wrong. So everything that was in there is all soaking wet. Whatever. It's California. It'll be dry tomorrow. So, yeah, I think that's our plan, guys. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off on the cliffs, and we're going to evaluate from there where we go. I should get pretty good cell service at the cliffs because it's pretty much in a residential neighborhood. So we'll be fishing some, I guess we can call it open ocean, right? Because we're casting into the Pacific Ocean from the cliffs. And the spot that I want to go to is a nice little point off of the cliffs. Like you kind of walk down the cliffs, there's a path down the cliff. Kind of walk down the cliffs onto this point. And that point is, depending on the tide, only a couple feet off of the top of the water. So I should be able to get some pretty good casts way out towards the kelp beds and hopefully get some. I'd really like to get a halibut or a leopard shark tomorrow. I'm really hoping for a shark tomorrow off of the beach. That would be freaking cool. So we're gonna go hit that up tomorrow, see what we can catch. And I'll probably do, just for shits and giggles, a couple random little surprise giveaways tomorrow, maybe. We'll see how we feel. See how the fishing's going. Now, there's a good possibility I can get to where I want to fish and there's 30 other people there. And I'll be forced to choose a new spot on the fly. But either way, we're gonna be down catching some fish tomorrow. So hopefully you guys will tune in and check it out. I'm planning on, the bait shop opens at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm honestly planning on being there when they open so I can get bait. And then from there, it's about probably 30 to 45 minutes from the bait shop to actually being set up and in the water where I want to fish. So I'll probably, I'm shooting for about 7:30 in the morning being live. Now that may change, but I'll definitely be putting up a little community post thing a little while before I go live, just to let everybody know. But yeah, we're going to do one hell of a stream tomorrow and see if we can get a whole bunch of fish and a whole variety. We want a variety of fish tomorrow. There's so many fish I can catch off the cliffs that, it's saltwater. There's endless possibilities. So we'll see what we end up catching. But one of my main goals tomorrow morning is catch some live bait and see if I can get, a mackerel or a sardine or something to use as live bait. Because if I can get some live bait out there, man, that's gonna be a whole different animal. That'll turn our fishing from a hope and a prayer to a what the hell are we gonna end up catching. So we'll see what happens, but I'm definitely gonna be bait fishing tomorrow. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with that. But I'm actually kind of thinking that I may end up trying something really harebrained and tying up a little sabiki rig type deal on a bobber in the ocean. That way, I can kind of control the depth a lot more, if I can get a sabiki rig to kind of hang in the perfect area out there, then I should be able to get some pretty decent bait. And if I can get some live bait, that opens up a whole bunch of doorways for the saltwater fishing tomorrow. So we'll be definitely bait fishing for the first little bit. What I'll end up doing is I'll throw out, because I can fish 2 rods, so I'll end up throwing out one of my bigger saltwater rods and just letting that soak while I'm bait fishing. And if I can get a few baits, then what I can do is throw a live bait on the other rod and see what'll come out and eat a live mackerel or a sardine or whatever I can catch. So tomorrow's going to be a fun day, you guys. It's going to be a fun day. So, but there's 4 of you guys out in here watching still. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to give this, I said a little while ago I was going to have a cigarette and call it live. I didn't actually freaking smoke my cigarette yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this live about 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to call it. I'm going to start plugging in all the batteries and go probably just get ready. I mean, most of my stuff's already in the truck. So I got to get all my batteries plugged in and get some sleep so that we can get out there butt ass early in the morning and catch some freaking ocean fish. Because I want to go do a tuna trip. But I'm looking at prices and it's just become absolutely unaffordable these days to do a freaking tuna trip. Even the open party trips, you're going to spend $600 and you're not guaranteed to catch anything. So I was checking the fish reports yesterday, and the numbers on the fish reports actually went down. So who knows? I don't know if like YouTube disabled my chat or what happened, but there hasn't been a single chat here in a long time. It shows 4 people are in here. Could somebody just type in, anything into the chat? I just want to make sure that it's working and YouTube hasn't disabled my chat. Because I know another streamer that's having issues with that. YouTube keeps disabling her chat. So and the last chat that I see was from Crappie Man, and that was a long time ago. So if somebody would mind, actually, somebody type in the word tuna into chat. I want to see if it works. Because tuna the word tuna will drop your link, and that'll automatically populate your comment and the Nightbot comment. I just want to see if it works. Because so far, it seems like my chat has frozen. And I don't know why. I mean, for all I know, it could have got disabled. which I'm hoping it didn't, but it doesn't look like anybody's typing anything, so I don't know what's going on here. And I can't type into my own chat, so I can't even see. But I don't know what's going on with that. So, but I see that somebody just hit the thumbs up, which that's a good sign. We know that's working. Then they hit the thumbs down. Somebody took away a like, so whatever. Apparently my chat's not working though. So do me a favor. If somebody type in tuna to chat, and let's see if that works. And then if you type in tuna and it doesn't drop your link for me, hit the thumbs down. Because right now it shows 19 likes. So if you type into chat the word tuna and it doesn't drop your link, then take away your like. That way I'll know if it goes from 19 to 18 that it's not working. And I'll have to slap YouTube across their face and make them fix my chat, because I'm kind of wondering if they disabled it. Which I don't know why they would disable it, but it seems like sometimes they do that. So, all right, so we lost a like, so it looks like my chat is not working. All right, guys. Well, on that note, then, I guess since chat's not working, there's nothing I can do about it from here. So we're going to end up just calling this live, because it looks like chat's been disabled. So I guess we'll call it. We will be back early tomorrow morning, and we're gonna see what we can pull out of the ocean on a rod and reel. I'd love to be able to take the boat out, but I'm not going to take the boat out down there, because it's just too, my boat's too small to hit the ocean. Otherwise, we'd be all over the ocean on the boat. But anyway, we'll be out tomorrow morning. We're going to do a marathon live. We're going to try to be out there all day long. Now that I know that the battery packs are going to charge the cell phone while we're streaming, the only thing holding us back is going to be running out of bait. And we're going to be trying to catch some live bait. We're going to take some frozen bait, because we can't buy, stupid thing, you can't buy live bait in San Diego from the bait barge unless you're on a boat. So, can't even buy live bait to go fish. So I'm going to have to try to make my own live bait tomorrow. So I'll start off throwing some little sabiki rigs for some squid, with some squid on them, to catch some live bait, and then we'll be throwing that live bait back into the ocean to see what we can catch. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. We've been here an hour and 30 minutes, and the battery has actually gone up from what we started with while it was plugged into the thing. So that proves to me that this worked, that the power bank is going to work the way I want it to. So we'll be live tomorrow, probably around 7:30 Pacific. And that'd be what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10-ish, 10:30, 11, somewhere in that ballpark, Eastern time. And then if you live, Mountain or Central or wherever time, you can do the math. Pacific is 3 hours different from Eastern time, so wherever you fall between the two, my goal is to be live by about 7:30 my time, and catching some fish by 7:31. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. We've been here an hour and a half. There's 5 of you guys watching. I appreciate it. It looks like chat's been disabled. I don't know why. So let me see if I can. Let me see something here. Let me hit my all. Oh, shit. What the shit, man? So all of a sudden, hey, shithead, you tight? Okay. My God, man. So here's the stupid thing. So I hit the little, there's a little thing. I don't know if you guys have it. You don't have it on your side on the YouTube when you're watching, but there's a little chat button on this side that I hit over here, and it fucking brought my chat back. I don't know what the hell that's all about. God damn it. That pisses me off, man. This whole time I'm thinking that my chat's been disabled, and it's not. Holy shit, man. Let me see how far back I can go. Dude, it's been working this whole freaking time, just not on my side. The last chat message that I was able to see and scroll was Crappie Man talking about picking up a bass on a freaking Ned rig. And that was like fucking that was an hour ago. Like, it won't even let me scroll that far back. Son of a bitch. All right, well, that was operator error. The whole time I thought my chat was frozen up, and yeah, I saw you did the like and the takeaway show flies, but I appreciate it. Man, that sucks. That totally sucks. So yeah, all of a sudden, like, I kind of like went out and back on the chat, and it freaking brought it back. That pisses me off. I'm gonna have to make a phone call to YouTube and tell them to freaking fix that feature, because that might be why a bunch of people are leaving my streams when I'm actually out fishing and I don't see the chat scrolling. Now I know I gotta check that, because I Jesus Christ, I feel like a freaking moron now. Whatever, it is what it is. You guys hung out the whole time. I appreciate it. So yeah, I will be early in the morning. I will be live early in the morning. And like I've been saying, I really think, the more I think about it, I really want to go hit those freaking points off of the cliffs and see what I can get out of the freaking ocean there. So it's not deep ocean, but you know, it's ocean. I mean, we're casting into the Pacific Ocean, so we'll see what we can get. It's all going to really determine what I can get for bait to start out with, and then hopefully I can get some live bait. So I got my bait bucket in the truck already. I got 2 air pumps in there. One I know is fully charged, because I took that off the charger and put it in there. So, and the other one I think has like 3/4. So if I can get some live bait, man, it might be freaking game on tomorrow. We might have some cool shit to catch. So anyway, guys, I'm just kind of sitting here rambling on like a freaking nothing. So I'm not really good at just this whole like live stream of nothingness. I prefer to actually be out doing something, fishing, when I'm doing lives. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it now. And appreciate you guys hanging out, man. It's been really awesome. Thank you. I'm getting really close on the watch hours too, so the more you guys hang out, the more it actually helps the channel a lot. Appreciate it. Once I'm able to do the members and all that, I'm going to be doing like some members only shit. So I'm going to actually make the memberships worth the time. I'll be doing some member only giveaways and member only lives and shit like that. So that'll be fun. But we will see you guys tomorrow, live from the edge of the Pacific Ocean, catching some fishes, and hopefully we can get, my goal is I want a halibut. I want a legal halibut, which is 22 inches, and I want a shark of some sort, and no more of these like shovel nose shit. I don't want like some fucking half stingray, half shark thing. I want a goddamn shark, like an actual freaking shark with teeth. So that'll be the goal for tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Go get everything ready for the morning so that when that freaking alarm goes off at 4:30, I'm not too pissed off about it, and I won't have much to do before I get out the door. So we'll see you guys tomorrow from the fishing spot, and it should be one hell of a stream. So peace, guys. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the morning.